What's up, guys? It's Ancient LA from Brochilla Gaming, and today I'm doing a review for you of Just Cause 2. Now, you can see where I am. It's just... Well, actually, no. I'll get into that in a second. So, Just Cause 2 is, to quote the words of the great Nerd Cubed, the greatest action movie ever, and I truly agree with that. It is so much fun. I'll do a review on the multiplayer mods separately because it is quite a bit different. I'll just talk about the game itself right now. So essentially you play as this guy, Rico, and you are trying to basically free this, you're like part of this, or helping out this rebel group, and you are basically, okay, I guess I'm going there, and you are basically trying to free this island from what seems to be some, I guess, North Korean or Asian of some sort, like, kind of like warlord clan group thing. Basically, that's it. So I'm just gonna drive this Jeep around for a little bit, and you can see this game is absolutely gorgeous for what it is. Made a few years ago, and I have this guy now shooting for me.
In the sector. All units report to location.
You can see this is just a beautiful game.
I'll man the gun, Scorpio.
Playing at this 1920 by 1080 resolution, I'm getting very smooth frames per second on my GTX 670, and when I'm not recording, I can move it to, and this is one recording, and I'm getting 90 right now, and when I'm not recording, I can push it to 3 screens, and I'll still get about 90 frames per second. In the multiplayer mod, I can do that as well. But also, I don't like recording on 3 screens because then it gives you this really stretched image, which I know nobody likes to watch. But this is just a really, really pretty game. So as I said, this is the greatest action movie ever. So if I ditch this car, the first thing it will hit, maybe not, might blow up. But you can grapple around with this grappling hook and basically fly around using the grappling hook. And if I grab onto that, and then I can enter the vehicle. So it's almost like a weird version of GTA without as much cash and stuff like that. Like, it's just this massive open world. Like, if I just go into the world here, I mean, it's huge. It goes all the way up here. You got all this mountainous terrain up here. You see, so these are, we took over this stronghold, and you can, find these villages and basically, like, almost like a GTA campaign, just do certain things, kind of like little missions here and there, to eventually complete the game. But really, most people don't, and I play the multiplayer mod more. But you can go off, and then there's this lost island over here kind of thing, and so if you watch the other series we just uploaded, we have a C-130 here, and then on that little island that we can't take. We can only steal stuff. We can't spawn anything because in multiplayer you can spawn stuff. And we are going to take this, or we are trying to get back home to this island right here. But anyway, so as you can see, it's a huge map. I think somebody calculated it to be about 2,000 square miles. I mean, it is massive. It is truly massive. But anyway, this game is a lot of fun. So just casual playing, messing around, it's definitely worth it. The multiplayer mod is a ton of fun. You find some good servers with a lot of mods on them. You have super speed, you can spawn whatever you want, do anything, and it's so much fun. I'll just start right now. If I were to rate this game, definitely a 10 out of 10. It runs great on my computer at max settings. I mean, it just looks great, it runs great. Whoops. Go away. Actually, you know what? So you can do that.
Alert! Reports of hostile in the area. All available units respond.
Whoops. Oh, that was convenient. Thank you. Am I out of ammo and everything? Wow, that's new. Go away. So I can just grapple away and just kind of tow myself along and find a taxi. There goes my frame rate. And enter said taxi. Drive around. Well, my frame rate seems to be... Oh, there it's back. Yeah, I've noticed... It's one thing about this game is at some
Get off
points...
the street, you maniacs!
Okay. I've noticed one thing about this game is that sometimes the frame rate will randomly drop. It'll go from the 90 that I'm getting and it's dropped to 60, and then a while ago it just dropped to 30. So sometimes it struggles to render things, and really considering the fact that my game can handle, my computer can handle much better looking games, like much higher graphics level looking games than this, that are doing some pretty crazy stuff and manage decent frame rates, it's definitely more of a game thing. Considering that right now, I'm getting a solid 90 frames per second. But anyway, if I were to rate this game, 9 out of 10. And that's just because of little things. Little glitches here and there. Things I didn't figure out. But it is still a really fun game. That guy was on the wrong side of the road. Or am I on the... Is this a one-way street? I guess so. Yeah. Oh, I see. That's better. You know, that's coming from me who just had a driving lesson 20 minutes before filming this. So, you can do stuff like this. You can ditch this car, and the first thing it hit, it may or may not blow up. Apparently, I just got hit by that. I guess not. But you can grapple to anything, and if you hold the button, you can grapple this, and or you can grapple that guy to here. And apparently it can't pull with him. Okay, let's leave you. So I can do that. No, wrong. Do that. And grapple him to her. So they are now grappled together. So you can do stuff like this, and it's fun and amazing. And this game, really, I can't explain it because it is just awesome. As I said, looks great, fun to play, and in general worth, I think, the $25 maybe I spent on it. You know, you can probably find it on Steam for cheaper. I actually got it off GameFly when I was still using that wretched company. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is Just Cause 2, because I really can't say much else about this game besides the fact that it's awesome. I'll do probably end up just doing a more in-depth review of the multiplayer mod, because the multiplayer mod you have more to talk about, really. So, this has been Just Cause 2, and I'm gonna find something to blow up so that you can be entertained. So, let's see where I am. I want to go. So, let's see. If I just want to go to that military base, or no, let's go to the... Can I teleport? I can't. What's that? Undershield settlement. Where's the big airport? It's not the big airport. Where's the big airport? That's the big airport. I need to get there. So, if you level up and play this game more than me, so if you play this game like Colton, who's Brochilla, does, you'd be able to do this, and just kind of teleport there. Yeah, but you can't teleport in this game, in the regular version. But I mean, it's a while, so it's a ways away. Wilds. Let me see if I'm even going to the right spot. Probably not. Yeah, I'm not. I want to go here. And you can right click it and set a waypoint or something, and or no, you hit 1. No, that's weird. One. That's it, you set the waypoint. And I think it's back. Where's that waypoint? Whoops, resume game. Wrong button. Alright, waypoint set, so there it is. See, you hear that music, that's like every once in a while there's like an update from the military that has taken over. So let me give you the background story, even this late in the video. So basically there's like this like military group and they've taken over the island, and basically you're working for people who say that the island is rightfully theirs, that say that they're natives and they're rightfully theirs. But obviously, being that this is the greatest action movie ever, it can't be a peaceful resolution, and you are going to blow lots of shit up. And it is beautiful and amazing, and I love this game. The weather is kind of dynamic. I haven't played enough. You see, it looks like it's... See how it's raining right now, and your body's dynamic, so... You know, you get wet, you get snow on you, you get sand on you. If you're wet and you run in sand, you get more sand on you. But yeah, as you can see, oh, I guess this proves the weather is dynamic throughout the game. But it is almost kind of like it's just in zones. And it gets, you know, dark all of a sudden like this, and torrential raining and all that. But you can see now his clothes are shining from the rain. So I was thinking about doing a Battlefield 3, or Battlefield 3, well I could do Battlefield 3, it's a little late to do that, but Battlefield 4 review. So I'm wondering what you guys would think about that. I know there's a lot out there, but do it in my terrible review style. As you can see, that weather just changed, so let's see what happens if I turn around, actually, just to check really quick. So I'm just going back to see if the weather is in zones or is truly dynamic. So seems like this ATV feels like slowing down up the hill. Yeah, all the cars, based on the power of your vehicle, they'll slow down and speed up. And you see the shadows look really pretty in this game. The plane flew over, rendered the shadows for it. You know, obviously you have to crank up the settings. My settings are on full. I do have a relatively, I guess you could say, a relatively high-end system for a year or two ago. So I'll just go over that right now. I'll make another video, but since the channel is just starting, I will go over that. So I'm running an i5 3570, 3570K, overclocked 4.2 gigahertz. That's a quad-core processor. 8 gigabytes of RAM. It's 1366. I was kind of dumb when I bought that, relatively slow RAM, but it is overclocked to 1800 and it's working just fine, totally stable. And then I have, so my system has 5 monitors. I have the 2 bottom ones that don't really run games that often, running on a GTX 650, and the 3 top ones that'll run a surround, or as you can see that I'm playing now, just the 1920 by 1080. I have a GTX 670 because a single 670 wasn't totally designed to run 3 monitors in NVIDIA Surround at, you know, high graphics settings. This game will do it, but, you know, Battlefield, obviously, you need at least 1 more card. So I am thinking about upgrading this, you know, maybe putting, the motherboard and the processor are still good, but maybe put a 770, 780, my dream would be 780 Ti, something like that in there, just to, you know, take the place of the 650 or well, I could use the 670 for the bottom two and like a 780 or 770 for the top two, just to improve it a little bit, upgrade the RAM a bit. I'd have to do some calculations to see. It has a 650 watt thermal-take power supply, no CZ Vertex 120 gig SSD, and then all my games are on a terabyte spinning disk. So that's the gaming setup. Now, if you're wondering about Colton, who's Brochilla, just so you guys know, if you're wondering about his system, be prepared to laugh. It is a Lenovo. I don't know the code name of that Lenovo, but it is running an AMD A10 with the 6850 internal graphics, 6 gigs of RAM, and like a 600, and like a, I don't know the first number by 600 screen. Yeah, he doesn't have a gaming PC, but he loves gaming, and he's actually the one that got me into PC gaming, but I actually just happened to... I had a gaming PC, but he's the one that started... Let me put it this way. I had been gaming, I had a gaming PC, and then he's the one that got me to start making the videos, and I started playing with him a lot. But anyway, as my frame rate dies a little bit, that's basically the two systems that we're trying to run. Now, if this YouTube channel really gets successful and a lot of people are watching it, from the ads, we've made the decision that the first profits will go to him to buy a real game PC, second profits will go to me to buy, or to upgrade, or get a new one. Just to make myself feel bad, I basically maxed out Origin's top-end desktop PC. You know, 4 780 Ti's, everything water-cooled, hex-cored Intel i7 Extreme processor. Yeah, beautiful, amazing, and $13,000, so I don't know if I'm going to be affording that anytime soon. So now we've ended my ride on the ATV, I decided to end this long and boring video for you guys and stop your misery, if you've even made it to that point. So anyway guys, thanks for watching. This has been Brochilla Gaming, and this is Just Cause 2. Comment, rate, subscribe. Thanks guys.